Yo guys, Joshua here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Illegear Onyx. This is a custom-made laptop by Illegear, and this particular model is the Onyx. This features the latest Intel 8th Gen i7-8750H chip, which has 6 cores, a GTX 1060 GPU, 16GB of RAM, and a 256GB Samsung NVMe SSD drive on the inside. For the body design, it is covered in black anodized aluminium, which is a fingerprint magnet by the way, but it has a height of 19.9mm, width of 259mm, and a depth of 240mm, which is actually not bad. It is pretty thin. The Onyx weighs 1.95kg with the battery installed, so it is still under 2kg, so yeah, pretty light for a gaming laptop. Onto the ports, on one side there are two USB 3 ports with a card reader. On the other side, you're getting the LAN port, USB 2.0 port, and the headphone and mic port. Looking at the back of the laptop, there are two mini display ports, a HDMI 2.0 port, USB Type-C port, and your DC in jack. The first thing you're going to notice when using the laptop is the beautiful Infinivision screen. So essentially it reduces the bezel as much as possible, with the thickest bezel being the one on the bottom. The Onyx sports a 15.6-inch 1920 by 1080 anti-glare 100% sRGB IPS screen, and it runs at 60Hz. The display looks really nice, with games being very crisp and viewing angles are pretty good, so no complaints there. The colors look vibrant and clear, so you can definitely even edit photos or videos on this thanks to the 100% sRGB. The webcam is 720p, so not the greatest quality but good enough for a Skype call or just any conference call in particular. If you're thinking of streaming with your face cam on though, I'd say go for a better webcam like an external one like a Logitech G920 or 922. Just above the keyboard, you get your power button and also a fan boost button when you want to manually make sure the fans are spinning at top speed if you feel that the laptop is getting a bit too toasty for your liking when you're gaming. The keyboard is a full-size keyboard with numeric pad and arrow keys, and they come equipped with individual RGB lights so you can customize it to however and whatever you like. I really like this keyboard because I'm actually very used to mechanical keyboards, and this is literally the first time I've ever used this gene switch mechanical keyboard, so you get very nice tactile feedback when you're using the keyboard, typing on it or playing games, because it really feels like your Cherry MX Blue switches, except for the fact that the travel distance does feel a bit shorter, but overall I do like the feel of them. They are slightly loud, so when you're using them in a quiet environment, everyone is going to hear you, or if you're in an office or shared co-working space, your co-workers are going to hate you because of the sound of the click 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 click. So if you're not used to clicky keyboards, this may also annoy you, but if you're using headphones, the clicks are mostly muted. The speakers sound pretty good, even at max volume. There's no distortion, but they're definitely not the best sounding speakers from a laptop, but good enough for your daily use when watching YouTube videos or playing casual games. If you're playing games that require a lot more detail in your sound, you're going to want to invest in a pair of headphones to use when using this laptop. The Onyx sports a Windows Precision touchpad, so it's accurate and easy to use, so you won't have problems doing everyday tasks without a mouse. I've used this when I was outside, and yeah, without a mouse, it's still very easy to navigate. There's barely any screen wobble when gaming and you're using the keyboard, and there's very little to no flex on the chassis, which is very comfortable for gaming and all your everyday use. This is the fan test. So in custom mode, you can choose to adjust your fan settings, the first being around this volume right now. Second level, third level, fourth level, and the fifth level. There's also a turbo mode, which really boosts the fan up. I usually leave the laptop in the smart heat management mode where it will automatically manage the fan speed, so
when it's not using too much GPU power or CPU power, the fans will go down to the lowest level and it becomes quite quiet, while when gaming, the CPU and GPU definitely become way hotter, so yeah, it will just boost it up to whatever fan speeds it requires to keep the whole laptop cool.
For games like PUBG, it easily handles it even with everything at ultra settings. You can easily get 70 plus FPS. Sometimes it does dip slightly below 70 when a tower or building renders in the background, but generally, you should be able to expect around 73 to 75 FPS in game with everything turned all the way up to ultra.
Okay, so I've been running the Final Fantasy Windows Edition benchmark for about 15 to 20 minutes on loop now, and as you can see, when the GPU load is at 100%, temperatures are around 72 degrees Celsius, while for the CPU, they fluctuate between 72 degrees to around 80 degrees Celsius. The fans have also kicked in and are definitely on max speed, because even standing quite far from it, I can hear them spinning really very loudly. For those who are interested in scores, in Time Spy, this reached 3792. For Cinebench R15 in the OpenGL test, you get 86.55 FPS. For the CPU, you get 947 CBs. For the Superposition benchmark, you're getting a 5569 score for a 1080p high benchmark.
The battery for the Onyx is a 4000 mAh battery, so battery life on this is reasonable for a gaming laptop. So when I was playing games such as PUBG and Dota 2, paired with surfing social media and watching YouTube videos, I was able to get about 2 to 2.5 hours without a charge, so good for short trips, but anything longer than that, you're going to want to bring the charger along. Okay, after all this tests and everything, this is a pretty good laptop but with some caveats. First off, the form itself is very nice, very light at 1.95 kg, but the sides actually feel very sharp, even the corners. So whenever I'm carrying it like sideways or just transporting it around, it does feel a bit uncomfortable because I feel like it's digging into my fingers or my palms when I'm holding up the laptop. The fan noises can get pretty loud when playing games like PUBG or Overwatch, which can be annoying because they sound really very loud when you're not wearing a headset, and it's not very comfortable when using it on your lap because there are actually some props on the bottom to facilitate airflow. So to me, I feel like this is meant to be a kind of laptop that you put on your table and use, and not the kind that you can just bring around, put it on your lap and use it for everyday tasks. Even with all these minor cons, overall I quite like this laptop. For one, because of the Infinite Vision screen, when you're watching YouTube videos or watching movies, you don't see much of the bezel, which to me is very nice. And have I mentioned that I really like this keyboard? Because if I haven't, yeah, I really do like it because there is that tactile feedback from a keyboard which I like. In the later part of the year, they've also dropped the good news that you'll be able to upgrade to a 144Hz display, or for a bigger battery, but if you take that bigger battery option, you're going to have to sacrifice your HDD slot, and they're also going to be having a GTX 1070 option later on in the year, which is going to make this even more powerful. This is a Malaysian local brand, so the pricing for this begins from 5499 Malaysian ringgit. So if you divide that by 3 in Singaporean dollars, it would be about 1,008. My math is not the best, but that's if you go for their most basic version, which is the Intel Core i5 CPU and 1050 Ti GPU. Then you can choose to upgrade whichever parts you would like, and for the version I have here, it's about RM 6700. So I'll drop links to their website in the description box if you'd like to check them out. Anyways, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what do you think about the Illegear Onyx. Like and subscribe for more techie stuff, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!